What's going on, brothers? It's your boy, Brother Harold. Just sitting here, haven't been too long, got off work and everything. It's about 5:31. Yeah, just sitting here, haven't been too long, got off work, kind of looking over some things in the scripture and stuff. Was kind of meditating on some things today at work. Um, talking to a few brothers and sisters in Christ and everything. But some I really want to elaborate on because I feel like this right here, might can help someone because I've been experiencing and encountering a lot of this, seeing that a lot of believers out there seem to not understanding the time in which we live. And the reason why I say that, brothers and sisters, because of our conduct, how we respond to certain things that's being said and certain things that's going on, whether it be news, whether it be on the news or stuff that you hear or whatever. Like, we get caught up in certain things that we really shouldn't be getting caught up in, and we kind of lose our position in Christ that we should be standing based on what someone done said or what you done heard or what you done heard in the news and everything. And that seemed to get us in trouble, as believers and stuff. So I just want to kind of go over something that I'm looking at that really we shouldn't be surprised of this when this take place. But anyway, if you will, I'm going to 2 Timothy. I'm looking at this, 2 Timothy chapter 3, dealing with godliness in the last days, talking about things to come in the last days, because we hear often that we're living in the last days, which we are. All you have to do is open your eyes and see that we're living in the last days. But it says, mark this. There will be terrible times in the last days. Verse 2 said, people be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastfulness going out, pride, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, without love, unforgiveness, slanderous, without self-control, brutalistness, not lovers of the good, treacherous, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than the lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. In other words, having some type of form but actually denying the power thereof, which is the power that comes from God. Now, it also say, here's the key, brothers and sisters, what we need to understand, and I think we're missing this. We see all these other things that transpire, and we try to rationalize or conversate with one another, speak on these things, but here's the key to all of this. When these things take place, it says, have nothing to do with them. Now, that's your piece right there. That's your piece right there. Simply, when these things occur, when these things transpire, when these things begin to present themselves, and you realize, and you open your eyes and realize that you're living in the last days, you is living right smack in the last days. And when you see these things, the boastfulness, the lovers of self, the lovers of money, talking about the greed, all the boastfulness, things that take place, the ungodliness, no self-control, being conceited in their ways. In other words, being lovers of pleasures rather than the lovers of God. In other words, when you see these things, understand you are standing right smack in the last days. And this is where we are. So when this transpires, we shouldn't be surprised as believers. We shouldn't be caught off guard. We shouldn't be dismayed. We should be able to talk among ourselves as believers and understand the times in which we live in. But from what I've been experiencing, brothers and sisters, we can't compensate. We try to talk about these things and we find ourselves cussing, fussing, and mad and getting mad at one another, and it's like it's confusing because God said when these things happen, we supposed to take a position. Watch this. If you go on down to verse 12, it states this. Verse 12, chapter 3. In fact, everyone who want to live a godly life in Christ Jesus will be persecuted. Understand something. Everyone that have a desire to live a godly life, persecution will come. In other words, for standing on the truth, there are people who just literally not going to like you, who going to persecute you based on what you believe, who gonna hate you, who hate to see you coming. You know, when they see you coming, it make them sick on their stomach because of what you believe. Understand that. Get used to it. See, we have to get used to this. You know, see what we do. We brothers and sisters, instead of us understanding our position, I don't think we understand our position. See, when these things come, we get mad amongst ourselves. You know, we play right into the enemy's hand. See, I hope and pray this bless someone, because we play right into the enemy's hand. But understand something. Everyone who wants to live a godly life in Christ Jesus will be persecuted. When evil men and impostors will go from bad to worse, deceiving and being deceived. But as for you, continue in what you have learned. Listen to what this is saying. But as for you, see, when God always give us a position to take based on what's going on around us. Okay? And that's what keep us stable and rooted and grounded in him. See, reason why I'm saying this, let me finish, then I'll elaborate a little bit, but let me finish. But as for you, continue in what you have learned and become convinced of that, because you know those from which you have learned it. Continue. In other words, if somebody have learned you something, be convinced of that. Now, if ain't nobody learned you nothing, if you sitting somewhere and you ain't getting taught, then you going to act like this. You going to act a certain way. You going to do things. You know what I'm saying? It's plain as day. If you have been learned in the scriptures, continue to stand when these things happen. But see, what I'm saying is, what I want you to get, as in, we don't need to lose our composure as believers. We don't need to really lose. I can't say lose your salvation, because if he got you, he got you. But what I'm trying to say is how the enemy takes us sometimes and get us caught up in this worldly event and things what's going on within these last days, and we get caught up trying to explain ourselves and take positions and say this and say that, and then we find ourselves arguing, and we looking no different than the one who the Bible say that's evil in these times. See, there have to be a difference. See, if the enemy is pulling you off your center and got you acting like a monkey, then he got you. So what I'm saying is, stand, brothers and sisters. Have nothing to do with this. When this stuff take place, don't be surprised. Just stand in what you believe. That's all you have to do. Keep that peace. You know, when you walk into a room, understand something. Because of what you believe, everybody ain't going to like you. But it's okay. It's okay. They ain't supposed to like you because of who you are. Persecution supposed to come. Things supposed to happen because of what you stand for. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I want to deal with that because here lately, you know, like I said, I ain't going to deal with no certain issues, but there's things going on that we as believers, we should be able to talk about. And we can't. We can't talk about it among ourselves because it's like I said, either we hadn't been learned enough to understand what's our position, what role we supposed to be playing as believers. You know, it's how I carry myself. You know, it's going to affect others. I realize that, so I try to walk in a godly manner, try to just love everybody. You know, try to keep a smile on my face wherever I go. You know, listen, brothers and sisters, I just want to share that with you, man, because, you know, I really believe this will bless someone. You know, if not, it's blessing me, because it's causing me to really look at myself as a believer. You know, not getting caught up in all the ruck, all the muck, everything that's being said and everything. So, with that, you know, hope y'all have a blessed day. You know, most of you going to Bible study tonight and everything, but like I said, pull that out that teacher, man. Whoever teaching you, pull it out of them. Ask questions. That's what we do at Bible study. Raise the question. Somebody raise the question. Talk about it. Pull it out. Get the full understanding. You know, what the enemy won't so easy beset us. And we might, you know, when we get to the point where we arguing among ourselves, You know, we can't, you know, brothers, we can't say nobody like that. So what I'm trying to say, have a blessed day. I just want to share that, get that, you know, this put that out there and everything. I love everybody, love y'all, brothers. Be blessed. It's your boy, Brother Harold, and I'm out. Shalom, shalom.